Well, even walking on the snow, the sound of it, you can tell we have beat the deep freeze that we had here in the province. Welcome back to another video, and we find ourselves out front walking by our sweet lineup of Fenton Massey Ferguson tractors, all with the buckets in the air, Euro style. And today we have some pretty cool stuff going on. We are actually going to be unloading a brand new MacDon FD240 header. I just love the sight of this each time driving by, especially with these Fendt tractors. That's how they are at the Fendt factory. They're all stacked so close together, they have to have the loaders up in the air. So although we have beat the deep freeze and it is -1 degree to +1 degree Celsius here in the province, we are having troubles getting things started still. These are our two big forklifts that we have here at the dealership in Purdue. These forklifts actually came from a big shipping area. I believe they came from Western Canada, where they would unload those big sea containers. And these are some big old workhorses. They are a little older, but they do the trick when they get started. I think you can see the frost coming out of these big cast weights, but I think it just was a little too cold. The hydraulics on the one that we got started, they were too cold, and in the other one we couldn't get started. But this is usually what we use when we unload those big MacDon headers. These forklifts are big and heavy, big counterweights on the back. And so since we weren't able to get those started, we actually asked the local farmer and friend to come over with his wheel loader with his pallet forks and help us out getting this header off the trailer. And the reinforcements have arrived. We can see the headers on the trailer. We have the two MacDon headers, FD240s. This one on the left is actually for another dealer, and this one on the right is for us. Here we can see where your pallet forks go in to grab it. You can see some Contour Max buddy wheels. And we're gonna get this lifted up and taken right off. Those things are heavy. And so now we're gonna pull it and stack it in with some other ones that have shown up and are not set up yet. That way we're out of the way for all the snow that we hopefully get in a little while. And so we got the header successfully off of the trailer, and we can see here two FD240s sitting here. And when these are shipped, they're actually shipped up in this vertical position like this. We can see our upper cross augers, our PTO shafts, all set on top of it. So everyone talks about the big PDI and setup time on these FD2 headers, and there's a reason. There's a lot of extra steel supporting your upper cross augers. Then you have to get your upper cross augers on. You have where your pallet forks go in, allowing you to lift the header off. You also have to take this header, I believe these weigh about 9,500 pounds, and you have to take it from this and rotate it down so it is in the actual header position. And that just takes a little bit of practice. But these headers, there's so many of them coming. They send 2 to a load with a little bit extra PDI and setup time. And it is kind of cool seeing these MacDon headers standing right up on top of themselves like this in their shipping setup. But the one thing I really do not like about it, when these headers come and it's warm outside, because as you can tell on that header and my pickup truck, they get salty and dirty and gross. We need to get our forklift started, which it is starting to warm up enough that things are melting and dripping off. So I'm hoping those forklifts on the other side, one will get started and we can take this header over by the bay over there and get it washed up and cleaned up so none of this salt starts corroding anything. And I guess while we're standing here, we can see our row and lineup of MacDon pickup headers out here. Our snow fence, how we set it up. Look at all that snow we've caught. And we can see the 2 big FD240s that have shown up. But that is going to be it for today's video. We aren't going to be flipping those yet. We're going to wait and hopefully get that one washed off, get the other forklift started as well, so then we can safely and effectively flip them and then start doing the PDIs and setup. But outside, doing that stuff in the winter, even when it's this nice, still isn't the funnest job. So that will be for a future date. The next job is to get that washed up, and my next job is to get my truck washed up because it is gross out there and it is making me cringe a little bit. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below, and I hope you enjoy the content from the dealer side of things. We will see you in the next video. Have a good weekend.